This is the Town Challenge Cup, race 24 on the card. Northeastern University, USA against Leander Club and Imperial College, London. And we've got some familiar names on the water right now.
Yes, perhaps most familiar among them will be Helen Glover, who's in the 3 seat of the Leander and Imperial College crew. Of course, double Olympic gold medalist with Heather Stanning in London and in Rio. I think this is her second comeback following her initial retirement from rowing. And she has got herself back into the very top of the British team.
In this 4, whether she remains in the 4 or moves across to other boats, I'll have to wait and see. But you've got Rowan McKenna, Heidi Long, Helen Glover and Rebecca Shorten. It's the same 4 that we've seen out in Varese in Italy, and we saw in Bled at the European Championships a few weeks back, and we'll see in Lucerne, no doubt, at World Cup 3 in Switzerland in, what are we, a week's time. It's a week to the day, isn't it, that they'll be out in Lucerne for the World Cup. So this is the 4 that's so highly rated. They've been out on this stretch of the water a lot this week. I saw them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, very early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. They've been out on the water drilling this, and now it's their chance to get it right in the competition. Looking quite relaxed, aren't they?
Relaxed, in control. There is the Northeastern crew, had to overcome some opposition yesterday from Molesey to get through, but to this race. But despite that, there's clearly a gulf in class here, which is no great surprise given the talent in the Leander and IC boat.
We've got the sunglasses on. It is quite glary, the sunlight bouncing off the water. There's an overcast feel to the day. We have been promised a little bit of rain at lunchtime. I'm not sure that's going to come to fruition. It looks as if it'll stay dry for the next couple of hours at least. There's Rebecca Shorten in the stroke seat, and they've dropped the rate right down here because they know they've got complete control at this stage. Yeah.
And they're sitting back and really letting the boat run off the finish. I think that's what's really distinctive about the way they're rowing now, is they're giving it time around the back end of the stroke after the blades have been released. That's when the hull is traveling at its fastest point, and they're just sitting back, relaxing, letting the boat run, letting the boat do the work, getting that free speed.
Helen Glover's technique in the 3 seats is quite different, isn't it? If you just look at her head in the last few strokes, not so much now, but earlier on she was glancing round to watch the blade go into the water. I think that was probably because they're at a relaxed stage of the race rather than what she normally does. But it was interesting that she was going for that option. Here's the blades of the Leander Club Imperial College boat. This is effectively the GB4. Not much wrong with that.
No, nice and neat, sharp, clean, good blade work.
Minimal splash. See Helen Glover's head just looking down the blade a couple of times to see the entry into the water. So they've got a good lead there. Plenty to spare. Just having a look in that American boat. You can see in the bow seat Dalton Boyce, 20-year-old. Great experience for them. They're all 19, 20 and no previous Henley Royal Regattas, whereas you look in the boat, it's winning the race at the moment on the Buck Station, and they're hugely experienced, as you'd expect from GB pedigree.
Indeed. I mean, basically what we've got here is a university crew against a top-class international crew.
Yeah. So that'll be a great experience for them. I don't know how their reaction would have been when they got that draw, but I guess what a chance, what an opportunity to race the best in the world. And that is exactly what this Leander Club and Imperial College London boat is. Just about the best in the world. They may get confirmation of that in Belgrade in September at the World Championships. But they look like a pretty well-organised crew as they cruise across the line at the end of that race. Well done to the GB4. McKenna, Long, Glover and Shorten safely through to the weekend of Henley Royal Regatta. That was as expected top quality performance. And the Americans battling away to get to the finish line, getting polite applause from the stewards' enclosure. Good sportsmanship. The Americans being encouraged over the line, but they know that they've been up against one of the very best there. And they are the GB4 waiting to receive them on the finish line. Good performance.